Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you some graded and reverse graded filters by KFConcept. So I've made some landscape pictures with it, so I'm going to tell you a bit more about it. Let's start. So thank you very much KFConcept for sending me the filters. They don't pay me, they give this for free to me, but I say whatever I want. So I'm honest always, and I'll tell what I think, okay? So the presentation is brilliant. You see the box is it's like a magnet here, it opens. Here you have a small some drawings that explain a bit, and then you have a small like kind of leather, you know, where the filter is in. But I'll come back to this. And here it's properly protected, as you can see. And something that is brilliant is a small manual they include in there, because it's in several languages. This includes English, French, Spanish, German, Italian, Japanese, Chinese, okay? Here they show the product they have, but very useful. I mean, it's in several languages. Well, first is in Chinese, but it doesn't matter. You can get to the English a bit further. But there's a table here. And maybe with the reflection you don't see much, okay, but it doesn't matter. There is a table here, so you know exactly how much light is being cut by the filter. You can calculate, okay? And then also they show you the effects that each filter makes. So I think this small table is really useful, and I think even if you don't keep the big box, I would actually keep the small manual in your camera bag, because it can be really useful, or you make a picture of the page with the table, because it's really useful. So now I'm going to show you both filters. I'll show you also a picture I've made with it and how it went, okay? So these are called square filter, although they're rectangle. Why? Because if it was a completely ND filter that actually cut the light, ND, neutral density, because it doesn't shift the colors, is why it's called like this, although there is always a bit of color shift. Before it was really a problem with analog photography, but now with digital, as you can fix a white balance before shooting or in post-production, it's not a problem, okay? So I get the filter out. So you will need a filter holder for that, for square filters. It's 10 centimeters wide and 15 centimeters high. 100 millimeter or 150 millimeter. So you need this this filter holder. If you don't have it, KFConcept also sells filter holders. So this is an ND16. It means it will do will cut 4 stops of light, and this is graded. I'll put my hand here so you can look at it. Here you have it's cut 0, and here it's about 4 stops. But it is 4 stops at the top. And this is a soft graded. It means that the transition is really slow. There is also some hard graded, but then it's really if you do, for example, seascape and the horizon is really well marked. Otherwise, you will always prefer to have a soft grade. Okay, depends what you do. And on the other one, this one, it's a bit different. It also cut 4 stops at its maximum. This is ND16. But this is a reverse grade. As you can see, if I put my hand behind, this is in this spot that is the darkest. Here there is at the bottom 0 stop. Here you have 4 stop also, and here you have about 2 stops, I think, about, okay? So this is for special use. So I'm going to show you some example of how I used it and the results. So now I'm going to show you what I did. I woke up at 6:15 in the morning. So some countries it's not that early. In Spain it is, okay? So I wanted to see the sunrise. I got the blue hour, I got the golden hour also. So I wanted to see how the filter would react and all this. So I made a few samples. I'll show you. So the first one is made with the graded filter. So I wanted to stop light in the sky, okay? So I used it this way. I'll show you. First picture with the continuous graded filter. As you can see, it's darker at the top and light at the bottom. I'm going to cut the light in the sky, okay? Now the second picture, I wanted to stop the light in a part only, but in the center, okay? So I used a reverse graded filter. So I'll show you right now. Now I'm going to use the the reverse graded filter. As you can see, it's clear at the top, clear at the bottom, and really dark in the center, no? So this way I'm going to place this part of the filter in the light clear part of the water here. I'm not going to get the boat, just do the side, the close part of the water and the sand, okay? As you can see, when I place the filter, depends if I put up, down. As you can see, the dark part is changing, so I'm going to place it exactly where I want, okay? And then you can actually combine filters. In the next picture I used both together, but you could actually use several filter. Like you could have a complete 10 stop, for example, ND filter, a square one, and there are still some areas where it's lighter, so you want, or brighter, so you actually want to stop the light there, so you can actually combine with this one. In this case I use both. One is cutting light on the sea, one is cutting light where the sun is you really see the sun there, and then nothing is cutting where you have the dark clouds. So this way it's you can still see some details in the clouds. So I'll show you right now. Now I'm going to combine both filters for the part of the sun and for the part of the sky. Well, I made this sample at sunrise. Obviously, you can use them at use the filter at any time of the day, but I wanted to use this use the filter at this time because I wanted to have the sun in front of it. To use the reverse graded filter to see exactly how I could stop at the center, okay? And I really wanted to do it. So these are just examples. So obviously you can use it at any time. You can also do a landscape photography and not use any filter, depends on the kind of landscape you're doing. Some photographers, landscape photographers normally have several filters with them in their bag, and they use them only if they need to. But obviously I was doing a review of these filters, so I had to use them because otherwise it was pointless, okay? So this is why I made this picture at that time, okay? So the quality is really good. This is German optical glass. This is what KF Concept is saying. I believe it. I see the quality is really good. This is fun because very often people criticize a Chinese product because they don't actually know them. In China they make all kind of product, from very good to very bad. It depends how much you pay, okay? That's simple. Don't forget that if they send satellite to space and some robot to the moon, I think they can make filters, okay? So I think the quality is really there. And there is a special coating to avoid ultraviolet and also infrared, so it works, okay? And they are polished on both sides. Very often we forget that the difference in price between a filter and another one is actually how it's being made, how it's being taken care of when they make it, okay? And that makes a big difference in price. I think the price of this one is really affordable. I've got a filter, a graded filter from another brand that cost me about 3 times the price of this one. This one is about $90, I think, something like this, $100, something like this, 90 euros, 70 euros, I can't remember. But it's still off price than what I've paid, or a third of the price of on some other that exist. I think quality for the price is really good. I really love the small box to keep it, the small pouch this way, because it's rigid. Maybe not enough, but I think it's still rigid, okay? Because very often these filters, if they fall, obviously they break because it's glass. But sometimes people put them in the bag and the bag falls and it breaks. So this one is well protected, I think. Obviously you can always carry with this box, but then in your camera bag maybe it's a bit big, okay? So I think this is nice. I think the quality is really good. So these are 4 stops, ND16. I think if you got the sun in front of you, like sunset or sunrise, this is fine. But if it was like the typical Windows wallpaper, Microsoft Windows wallpaper, where you have all this green grass and the blue sky, maybe 4 stop is too much for the sky, okay? But KF Concept also sells 3 stop. not just 4-stop filter, also 3-stop filters. So that maybe in many occasions could be enough. But obviously maybe you don't want to have both. So I think if you do always sunset, sunrise, get the 4 stops. And if you just from time to time maybe get the 3 stops, okay? And because 1 stop anyway, it's not that complicated to fix it in post-production. It's not like before when you were doing analog photography in color. That was or slides. That was a nightmare. You could not fix it. But nowadays with post-production, it's not that hard to fix it. So I would recommend you get, depending on the kind of picture you make. If you go sun in front of you, most of the kind of picture you do, get the 4 stops. If you do a landscape without the sun in front of you, get the 3 stops, I think, okay? And I do think the quality is really good. What I made was just samples to show you early morning. I didn't have much time to explain at the same time, but I'll make a specific video about landscape photography using these filters, and the filters, graded filters, and also a full stop, like plain black, okay, to do low exposure. But I'll make specific video to explain everything, so when I get there it's ready, because right now the sun goes up and doesn't give much time to explain, okay? So I'll make specific video for that, but this one was to present the product, so I concentrated to do picture as fast as I could before the sun was too high, okay? So I think the product is really recommendable. I'll leave you the link of KF's concept below in description. I do believe the quality is really good, the price quality is brilliant, okay, honestly. So I can only recommend this product, okay? So if you like this video, please share it on social networks. If you have not done yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button down here, and a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, and also links to other parts of my YouTube channel. Also leave you a link to my PayPal account in case you want to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.